This is John Ward, welcoming you to another presentation of Tennessee football on home video. The story you're about to see unfold is one of adventure and achievement. It's the story of teamwork, commitment, and the will to win.
Doesn't need a lot of... Oh! He took a weapon!
All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be breaking down our new transfer in Andrej Karic. May not be saying his name correct, but he is, he was a four-star offensive tackle coming out of high school. He's 6'5", listed at 305 pounds. I think he's a little bit heavier than that right now. It looks like he might be anywhere between, I would say maybe like 310 and maybe 320, something like that possibly. He might be smaller than that. Anyway, I'm not going to show any of his high school film because, you know, we need to look and see how he's been playing for the past few seasons. Now, what I'm going to show you is basically it's all the offensive plays from his redshirt freshman season. This is the only start that I've seen him have. It's playing against Oklahoma, so this is a huge game for them. So I think this is going to be the best test. It's going to be a little bit more probably critical than the last one I did with Aaron Carter, obviously, because that was more of a highlight. This is really, we're going to see him good, bad, ugly, everything. So just a couple of key things for me to kind of point out before I get started for you guys to take a look at is, so first off, this is, he's starting at left tackle. So he's right here. He's number 69. You know, obviously we're going to look and see how he does in run blocking and pass blocking. We're going to see how good of an athlete is he. You know, how well, obviously, is he moving bodies? Does he do a good job of, you know, picking up blocks in different sort of schemes and blitzes and things like that? So that's kind of what we're going to be looking at, obviously, to see how he's going to be able to help us moving forward. So let's go ahead and get this video started. So this is him right here. See what he does. Okay. Basic run blocking. That's pretty good. I mean, you know, he just kind of gets a nice little shove on two guys. It's this is in RPO. So it's like a mix of pass blocking and run blocking. It's basically like run blocking, but you can't go, I think it's like 3 yards down the field. So you pretty much have to, it's like you're run blocking, but you can't really move. So this is just about him being able to pick up bodies and kind of stop him from moving forward, which he does a good job of right there. All right, so again, this is him right here, number 69. Okay, that's run blocking. Okay, he kind of lets the guy beat him to the inside right there. That's not ideal. Kind of got beat to the inside. Let's see here. Again, I'm sorry. This is him right here. He's number 69. He's starting at right tackle. Right there, he kind of gets olayed, and you know, he's leaning too far forward. So that right there. That's just a technique thing. That's something that obviously, you know, our offensive line coach is one of, if not the best in the country. So that's something that hopefully we can get fixed. It's a false start on one of his teams. I think that false start was really on the center, probably more than anything. This is him right here. He's blocking down, kind of just helping. Sort of a combo block scheme. Again, that's him right there. This is him where my cursor is. Kind of, I mean, on this play, it's kind of getting beat again. One of the things that you're going to see throughout this film, I've actually watched this film. You know, I briefly skimmed through it, but I did see he does get beat with speed to the outside pretty consistently. And I've also seen him get beat to the inside too, which is a huge no-no. We cannot have our offensive linemen. You never get beat to the inside. That's the shortest line to the quarterback, so you never get beat there. If you're going to get beat to the outside. What you want is if he's going to beat you with speed to the outside, and I'll show you this on some of the later clips. you want to kind of be able to, he's coming here, you want to just kind of like guide him out of the way. So that's why you always hear commentators talking about the quarterback stepping up into the pocket. That's the reason. We want to keep this inside clean so that he can step up. And you want to, if they're coming outside, you just kind of want to guide them out of the way so that he can step up, and hopefully within that time frame, the quarterback can find a guy. So again, this is him right here. This guy kind of, stemming. He's kind of, trying to slow down his pace. He's coming straight at him, but you can kind of, he can really go inside or outside. So this end is doing a decent job of, I guess, setting up his pass rush, so to speak. But this should still be a pretty easy block. Right now, he's got, decent form. His hands are ready. He's got decent bend right here. His feet are about shoulder length apart, which is pretty good for his base. You really want to watch an offensive lineman's feet, especially when it comes to pass blocking, but really any blocking. It's football pretty much starts at your feet, but it's even more so with the offensive line. His feet up, but see, he kind of back there, he kind of got stopped, and then, he wasn't able to get back going. So see right here again, he gets stemmed to the outside, the end comes back inside, and he really beat him. The quarterback had to scramble for his life right there. This is him right here again, playing right tackle. Let's see. Okay, so right there we see, again, that's another run pass option. Looked like it anyway as far as the blocking scheme. That's all I was paying attention to. Decent job. He had help on that right here. Look at that. So this is nice. This is nice to see. I'm gonna come back to it. You can see his burst off of the ball. Let's take a look at it again. Look at that. He's got a pretty nice burst. Again, he looked a little bit. He looked to be leaning a little bit too far forward on that. That's usually not good. Again, there's a lot of technique issues here. All right, right there. That was him. It looked like he kind of got pushed back some. I'm going to kind of stop it a lot early. I'm going to kind of show you a few things. If it's something different that we haven't talked about, I'll kind of stop it and show it to you. And then from there, I'll let it continue to play. But this is him here. What we're looking at here is he's going to end up being able to finally get a one-on-one block. And you're going to see him kind of get pushed back some. So it's probably between 300 to 310 pounds. That's a little bit light, especially when we're talking about SEC ball. And, it's going to be predicated off of the blocking scheme that the coach wants to run. But with us, if you take a look at most of the guys who we already have on our roster, and the guys who we're going out and getting, especially transfer guys, they've been bigger. So I believe that the staff sees what I'm seeing in this guy, that he's not a tackle. So back to what I was saying with the pass blocking, especially on the outside, whenever you're going up against ends, ends are usually really good athletes, right? So ends are almost like linebacker athlete. They're in between a D tackle and a linebacker size, and they lean a little bit more to the linebacker athlete when they are the top tier pass rushers. So you've got to have really good feet to be able to play tackle. You've got to have good body movement. You need to have long arms, obviously, because those guys are fast. So having long arms will help you to be able to compensate for them being faster than you. You can get your hands on them, and you can, like I said, guide them as they come up the field. Now he's got long arms, and he's 6'5", which that's pretty decent height for an offensive tackle. But what I'm thinking is they're planning on bulking him up and putting him at guard. Now I think he would be a phenomenal pass blocking guard, because playing guard, he's going to have help, and you'll see in this film he's going to consistently have help, unless the defense schemes something up where he has to be isolated. And when he's isolated, most of the times on this film, he is getting beat. So let's take a look at this play. Again, we're going to watch him right here. He's going to get pushed back just a taste. It's not terrible, but yeah. So the tackle was able to basically bench press him off of his body, which is never good. Can't really get a good look at this play just because of the way that it started. So just move on to the next one. All right, let's watch him right here. Okay, that was a lazy get off right there. I'm not sure if that was part of the scheme or what. Let's go back. Okay. Yeah, see that right there is kind of lazy. That may have been part of the scheme. Right here, again, this is him right here. 95 is the guy who he's blocking. You see 95 is able to do like a quick little kind of like not a rip, but kind of like a slap and swim move. And his weight is too far over his feet. He's gonna fall forward somewhat. He's not in a good position right here. His body's not in a good spot to be able to make this block. Now, I'm gonna probably keep saying this throughout this film because we've seen in these first couple of plays, it looks like his technique is just off, which is a great thing. I mean, this guy, he's a good athlete. He's got some good measurables. Like I said, I think he needs to add some weight and add some strength. But once he gets his technique together, this is a very easy block. Look, this guy is exposing his entire midsection. When someone exposes all of that, once his technique is right, he can get his body in here on this guy and easily drive him out because, I mean, he's got his entire body to work with now. So let's see what happens. But what ends up happening is, like I said, he, ends up falling down to his knees because he just didn't have the correct balance. This right here, again, you're going to see a whole lot of this out of this blocking scheme. Whenever he has help, I mean, again, he's not really doing much. This is not a good, he doesn't have good form on this or anything like that. But he is, essentially kind of stopping bodies. So I think a lot of that just looks like probably coaching. His technique just isn't great right there. All right, it's going to be around in here. Okay, so that's pretty good. Moves a guy out of the hole right here. Okay. That was decent. Holds on to his guy. It's a big play touchdown. He's over here now. Again, blocking down. Stays with this guy. Pretty decent. Here he is right here. Pass blocking. Okay. Decent. Okay. That was pretty good. That was pretty good pass blocking. Again, this is why I'm saying if we slide him in from this tackle spot to guard right here, guard, you're going to have way more help. Okay. You're going to have a lot more help. He's just going to have to gain weight. He's going to have to gain weight. He's going to have to get stronger. But as far as his footwork and everything, I mean, he can still, this is a guy that, he can definitely add weight and still be the same type of player that he is now, if not get better with some good coaching. So slide him into guard. Maybe add, I would say at least 15, 20 pounds. It would be probably more ideal to add about 30 pounds. Move him in here to guard. He's going to be great in pass blocking. I think he's going to be better in also in the run game. We're going to really hopefully he's going to be a little bit more motivated. I think maybe he wasn't as motivated in this film. So that's something for us to look out for. But he does a pretty good job here. Look, he catches his guy, but again, you can see he's getting thrown off balance a little bit too much. You don't want to see that. So you may say, oh, you're being a little bit too critical of this guy. Look at his body position versus this left tackle's body position, okay? He's in a dominant, that he looks a lot more dominant, right? His feet, he's got a nice base. You can tell that he is controlling this guy. He looks like he's off balance. He's almost on skates, but he does a good job of anchoring back down after this and, holding up this block well enough for the quarterback to be able to buy a little bit more time and then get this ball off. And that's what his job is. Okay. Here he is. Let's see. Okay. This is what I was talking about. He gets beat real quick on this. So this is not a guy that you want to have playing tackle. If you're going to get beat, so this end is lined up in a wide 9. So this is probably the most difficult. I never played tackle, but I would imagine this would probably be one of the more difficult blocks because he's lined up so wide that you're going to want to protect this outside, but you always got to protect inside. He can sting to the outside. Again, these guys are a lot smaller than these offensive tackles, and they're usually a lot better athletes. Maybe not as strong, but he could stem you here, boom, cut back inside, and he's going to have a wide lane. Because he's already wide. So I would imagine this is probably one of the more difficult blocks. So he does a good job of kind of staying inside, but now what he doesn't do is getting off the ball. He was slow. I mean, right here, he's super beat. He's super beat. This is when you want, at least me, I would want for my offensive lineman, you need to go ahead and hold here. You know what I'm saying? Even if you have to tackle this guy, we'll take that penalty and save our quarterback, right? So I mean, that's how bad he's getting beat. That was an off the ball. I just got beat. Again, that's why, and that was a screenplay, but again, that's why I would say he's going to be more of a guard. Here he is, right here, blocking down. You can also see, guys, in this film, why certain plays are run. You can kind of see the chess match. We're seeing him. I hate to say it, but I'm going to be honest. He's getting beat in these one-on-one passing situations. So, the coaches see that, and they're going to run plays that are going to help him out. Again, this is the only game that he started. Somebody must have been hurt. So the coaches know, like, well, heck, he's not great in pass pro. So maybe we need to, we're going to have to pick and choose shots. So, but, again, back to the coaching thing. Oh, now this is nice. Okay. Here we go. So I'm going to go back to that play because it looks like he pancakes a guy. But back to the coaching thing. That to me that kind of says some things about Texas's coaches. Now I will also say this. Texas. This is 2021. I don't know if Sark was the head coach there then, but I do know that he likes smaller offensive linemen. That's his whole blocking. He likes to run that outside zone. The offensive linemen need to be smaller and faster to be able to get to the outside of the defense to be able to block them. So that could be kind of like why he's there. And, he may have actually lost a little bit of weight to be able to play in their system. Maybe that's why he's transferring. That might be part of it. But, again, I'm going to keep on saying this. Move him into guard, put some weight on him, and now all of a sudden, and obviously, again, get him with our coaching staff, with the way that we teach. He's going to do great. He's going to be fine. All right, so now let's see him here. Okay, look at that drives, and that's the type of nastiness that this guy can have, and you see it on his high school. You see it on his high school film. I've seen some nasty streaks out of him in his high school film and on that play. You take someone down to the ground. He's going to have to get, maybe nastier. I would like to see him stay on top of this guy, maybe give him a little bit of the business while he's down there. That's what you want. Your offensive linemen are like bodyguards. They need to be big, vicious, nasty dogs. So, but that was really nice. That was really nice what he just did there. And they actually didn't run it to his side. He might have got pissed off. Okay, here we go. Now look, you can see they're starting to give him help. You see that running back was in on that play to give him a little bit of help. So here we are. Okay, look at this. Now this is unacceptable. This is just unacceptable. So I mean, this could be chalked up to a few different things. Okay, that's not on that play. That's the play when he had help. But he's about to get beat to the inside on this following play. Okay, so D-line shifts. D-line shifts. Okay, this is rec ball stuff. D-line shifts. I don't see anyone on the offensive line talking. Maybe they don't even need to. So this guy essentially is moved to. He might be at a wide 9 here. It might be at an 8. But now, so he got beat to the outside earlier on that wide nine. So we're gonna see him overplay the outside and get beat back to the inside. It's kind of what we was talking about before. So let's see what happens. Okay, so what that actually was is that end ended up going into pass coverage. So that's kind of tough. It's kind of tough. That kind of goes back to coaching. It goes back to like fundamental stuff. I'm just hoping that once he gets on Rocky Top, that they'll have that fixed. The offensive line, I'm hoping, will talk more than what Texas offensive line did here. There wasn't a lot. Like I said, we didn't see them talk at all. But he did get beat to the inside. That's it's like a cardinal sin. Cannot have that. Okay, here he is right here. Okay, so actually he may not have been in on that play. I didn't see him. Let's see. Is this him? Okay, there he is. Pretty good. You can kind of see him. Now, let me also tell you this. He does a really good job of running downfield. So, again, putting this kid at guard um, on plays when he can, maybe do like some zone blocking downfield. Look at that. That was a really nice job. That was a really nice job of pass blocking. But putting him at guard and putting him in some situations where he can get into some combo blocks and zone blocks down the field, I think he's going to thrive at that, man. He's going to be great at that. So let me pause it for you. Okay, so this is him. He does a nice job here. Look at this. He stops a guy, pushes him out of the way. That's nice. Okay, up here. Okay. Now that didn't look too good. I think that he's a little slow off the ball here. I'm not sure. But and is this him right here? This is nice. Oh wow, that was a nice run block. Um, so kind of back to what I was saying. I don't know. To me watching this film, it just looks like he's not that motivated. I don't know what's going on, but he just does not look like he's playing very hard because he's a good enough athlete to be able to get off of this ball faster than this. Is this the same play? Okay, no, it's not that play. But now let's watch him here. That's a pretty good job. He pushes that guy out of the way. He's moving bodies. That's good. Here we go. Look, and so it's like you see him in spurts. Well, on that one, he just kind of looked a little lazy. Where is he? Oh man, he wasn't even blocking anybody right there. Okay, let's go back. This is him right here. Okay, so looks like he got beat to the outside again. He kind of, didn't he couldn't find anybody else. He didn't know what to do. Here he is in pass blocking. Decent job there. No one comes his way, so he goes and helps the guard out. Up here, doubling down on a guy. Right there. Okay. Decent job. He got pushed back off the ball just a couple of steps, but he was able to anchor back down and push back. Here he is. Okay, look at that. Now that's a nice job right there, and in pass pro did a really nice job. So let's go back. Look at this. Nice. Grabs his guy, holds on to him. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. I think that y'all are seeing a very common theme here. Y'all are kind of seeing. Here he is again. Y'all are seeing what it really is. Okay, he does a good job blocking down. It looks like to me that he's going to be, again, he's going to be. I wouldn't have him outside. I wouldn't have him playing tackle. He's guard, maybe center. I don't know if he's ever played any center before. Maybe he can pick that up. It seems like to me from watching this, he's going to be a little bit more of a depth guy for us. And he's going to be a guy that, again, they're going to really want to work with. Maybe he can pick it up before the start of next season. I can promise you this. He's going to be a lot better at the start of this upcoming season than what we're seeing here. This is him as a redshirt freshman. Last year, he was a redshirt sophomore. And I guess maybe he didn't get enough playing time because I believe he's coming in as a sophomore. So he only played as a blocking tight end. So I'm not sure. I'm about to do some more research on that. I'm not sure if he's going to be coming in as a redshirt sophomore or if he's coming in as a redshirt junior. Either way, we've got maybe 2 or more years with this guy, so he's got some time to get better. He's definitely going to be more of a depth guy. It looks like to me starting off. That's pretty good, but look at that. You don't want to see this, right? This is what you don't want to see. You don't want to see. Okay, let me pause it. This is him. Watch at the end of this play. He does a good job blocking. But look at the way that he's just thrown to the side like a rag doll. Okay, so this is a play. They kind of drove it out, but I think that they wanted to dump it off to this running back. This is pretty much like a glorified run. But I think that we're seeing a little bit more of these short passes whenever they allow him to be in some one-on-one blocking schemes, because he's not doing a good job of one-on-one blocking in pass pro. So the quarterback had to get that out quick. But look at how much separation this end has from him. If this was a play that was supposed to be going 10, 15, 20 yards, you see all these guys are stopping at about 11 or 12. This play is going 15 yards. This quarterback is in danger of getting sacked. So it's tough to drive the ball down the field unless this running back would have had to probably stay in to help him. You can see this guard looks like he's coming off to try to help. So it's almost like his teammates are looking and saying, dang, we're going to have to help him. So let me block my guy and then start looking out to try to go help him. Okay, let's move on to this next one. Yeah, and I'm not trying to be critical of this guy. I'm just being real about it, and I'm sure that if he's real with himself, he's probably seeing some of these same things. And I'm cheering for him. I'm happy for him to be on. I'm happy for him to be on our team. I believe that he can help us, and I believe that he will help us. I'm just kind of showing everyone else, as far as fans go, what we can expect and what he needs to work on. This is a pretty good job, but he's getting pushed back into the quarterback. He's gonna have to gain some weight, get a little bit stronger. Good job coming in. You can see, look at that. He's got a pretty good motor there. He keeps blocking. One of the first plays I see him kind of block all the way through. That's good right there. Stop the guy. Someone came to the inside, but I'm not sure. That could be something to do with the blocking scheme. Maybe that was someone else's guy. Okay. Pretty good. Now look at this. You see him running down the field. He's a good athlete now. He looked good running down the field right there. Okay, he's inside all this muck. Seems like it seems like he's one of the first guys that we see every play that kind of like stops blocking for whatever reason. Let's see what we got here. Okay, that looked a little lazy. Looked a little bit lazy. We'll keep watching though. Let me get through the whole thing. Okay, look at that now. That was nice. See, this is the thing, guys. This is why I'm saying I think that there is a big part of him maybe that wasn't happy for some reason with something out there, because you see him flash. And sometimes that's really all you want to see, especially as a coach. If you know that you can coach guys up, you say, well, let me see, can he flash sometimes? And on this one, we're going to see him flash. We've seen him flash maybe 3 or 4 times previously, but here we're going to see him flash again. Watch him right here, and let's see what he does. Look at that. This is nice. That looks really good. He blocks this guy, bowls his back, and he's stonewalling him right now. Stonewalling him. Look at that. That is what you want to see, but I want to see that on a more consistent basis. So hopefully we can get more out of him. Hopefully we can get that on every play. Now look at this here. He's driving his feet. Look at that. He's got much better body posture. He's driving his guy. That looked way better. Let's see here. Pass protection. Okay. Nice job. Nice work. Nice work. Gave the quarterback a nice clean pocket and leads to a touchdown. Here he is right here. Okay. He kind of whiffed on that block. Some of that has to do with scheme. And sometimes you're just gonna get beat sometimes. Nobody wins every time. So I don't wanna make it say. I mean, it's not like he's playing against this is not high school, guys. He's playing against this is a Power 5 team. So let me go back. I didn't like what I saw on this. Watch him here. I mean, he kind of he's getting pushed around out there sometimes. Again, I mean, but he looked lazy coming off of the ball. It just sometimes doesn't look like he wants to be out there. Okay. He ends up on the ground, it looked like over there. Here he is, where my cursor is. Okay. All right. So that was the end kind of stutter stepped and came late. He wasn't able to get there. I didn't see what happened on this play. Semi tackle. That's semi tackle. Yeah. That one didn't look great either. Here we go. Much better. Okay. You know what? I can live with that. I can definitely live with that. He holds on to his guy to start off. He's not controlling him, but at least he's able to stay with him. And the quarterback, like I said, can step up into the pocket and he can still get this throw off. So right here, pretty good work. Now, what you will want to see out of this is at this point, you're going to want to, his hands look like they're a little bit too high. They're up around the face mask. What he needs to do is he needs to be able to get his butt a little bit lower and be able to, boom, stick his hand straight into this end's chest. You want to be able to get right into his shoulder pads, right up under his shoulder pads, and then you can grab onto it, right? Boom, shock him, right? Okay, shock him, grab, and now you can kind of control him more. So again, this is some technique stuff. Okay, pretty decent, but see, he gets overextended yet again. And as soon as you do that against ends, and it looks like Oklahoma's ends are a little bit smaller. They're smaller, but they're really quick. So that one little second, okay, look, that was a perfect stop. This one little second, right, where he gets this is terrible position, and you can look and see this guy's in good position. They're in good position. Looks like he got beat, but he even looks to be in a better body posture. His butt is too high. He's got to get his butt lower, right? Get your butt down, okay? Get your weight more balanced, and not so much over your toes, okay? You got to be able to balance it out. So, but with that one split second that he ends up losing balance, this end was able to get right past him. He's not all the way past him. Now, I'll give Karic some credit here because he stays with this play. Again, this guy's going to the outside of him. He's going to continue to kind of guide him. The quarterback can step up and get this ball off, right? Barely, but at least that's better than getting a sack. I see him right here. Okay, that was a false start. Okay. That was decent. That snap looked like it came a little bit too early. That had some center problems in this game. This is him right here. Okay, he's getting beat to the inside. I mean, he looks kind of slow off the ball. Again, he's a good enough athlete that shouldn't happen. I'm not sure what happened. I know just from listening, I cut the commentary off from the game, but just from listening to it, they were saying that the Oklahoma fans are really loud, and maybe it was the crowd that was throwing him off, and he was a little bit late with the cadence. Okay, good job, nice job. That was clean. We'll take that. Okay, that was nice. We can see him kind of get up to the second level, and that was a good job. Oof, boy, he gets beat really bad right there. Yeah, but listen, Vols fans, Don't get down right now. I know I'm being really critical, but he's playing tackle. I don't believe he's going to be playing tackle for us. I believe he's going to be playing guard. So we won't see this. Okay, we're not going to see him. We're not going to see this. Um, I think he could play guard. I believe he can play center, and maybe even if we need to have an extra end or like an extra blocker come in, I think he'd be great at that. Let me tell you another place I think that he might be really, really good at is if we put him at fullback. I mean, I don't with this offense, we don't really have any plays for that. But if we wanted to run maybe like a wildcat or something and have him be in the backfield as maybe like a blocking fullback or something like that, he would do great at that. He's a guy that I believe we could put in the backfield and have him block because he's got enough speed to be able to get upfield, and he's got a big enough body that he's going to be able to lay some people out. So okay. That was really nice work there. Really nice work. I like the way he set his arm on the guard to protect the inside, and he was able to keep the guy from getting outside of him too. So that was nice work. Looks like we're almost done here. Okay, look at that. That was really nice. Look, so he's getting a little bit better maybe as the game goes on. I'm gonna run this one back. Let's take a look here. We're gonna see on this one what he does very well is instead of him overextending his entire body on this punch, he just punches. He uses those big long arms. Now look, you're gonna be able to see a full extension and see this how long this kid's arms really are. I mean, he's got the body. Look at this, boom. I mean, look at that. That was nice. That was nice. I mean, he boom punches him, and let me see if I can kind of go back just a taste and see if we can get to that. Just get right to the punch. Let's watch him. This is him here. Boom. Okay, stopped a little bit late, but that's way better. He punches with his arms and not with his whole body. That's what you got to do. That's way better for him. Again, and then watch. Look at this. I mean, he's able to stop that play. So maybe I was kind of jumping the gun. Maybe he can also play tackle. It's just all about technique. And look, he's doing the same thing here. That was a lot better than what we've seen earlier in this film. So I think that maybe he just wasn't coached as well as he's about to be coached once he gets up to Knoxville, and we can definitely expect to see a much better form out of this guy. Again, he was a 4-star. So, and if you do go back and watch his high school film, you can see. I mean, he's a phenomenal athlete. He's a big, strong guy. He's a great athlete, and he's a kid that I think he's got every chance and every opportunity to help us, whether it's at center, guard, or tackle. Again, this is going to be a very common theme. I'm seeing that this staff really likes to go out and get guys that can play different spots. And that's great. I think that's, again, that's hats off to Heupel and to his whole staff for going out and getting guys like this. I'm happy that we was able to seal this deal. And I'm anxious to see what he looks like. I'm not sure when he's going to be on campus, but for sure we'll be able to tell with every single person that I go through. We're going to be able to tell in spring ball a big portion of what they're going to be. So spring ball, we'll be able to see some film, and then after that, we're going to get into the summer workouts, the 2-a-days, 3 days, and we'll have a good depth chart set up. But again, as of right now, this looks to be more of a depth guy, and he could definitely grow into someone that could help us out big time. Moving deeper into the season, I mean, heck, maybe he might come in and he could end up winning a starting job. I mean, he's got all the skills. He just needs to work on a couple of things, work on his technique. He probably needs to gain some weight, about 20 pounds and get stronger. And heck, I mean, we're gonna have a good fight to see who ends up starting on that offensive line. So thank you for watching. Please give me a like. And if you have not already, click that bell. I'm going to have a lot more videos breaking down all of Tennessee's incoming class for the year of 2023. And I'm going to get started on the class of 2024 as well. We're going to have some interviews from some top-tier players in the class 2024. And we'll also have some podcasts that will be starting up here shortly. Thanks, guys. Peace.